So first of all, I would like to say that our congratulations, UNESCO's congratulations to South Sudan for taking up this challenge of a legal framework of access to information. We have the law. It is a very good statute that has been put in place, and we know that also over the years steps have been taken to start to implement that statute, and we see the progress over the time. The challenges, of course, remain in terms of making sure that we continuously improve in the area of making sure that we are implementing fully the law as it stands in the Act. So at this occasion, as I say most of the time, we need to be looking back at the Access to Information Act and see what it requires us to do, and then double check if those steps have been made and what improvements we can do. So it's a great honor today that we have the Ministry of Information being represented at the different levels, starting with the Minister and also with the NCA. Because one of the challenges that we face is how the public bodies, like the line ministries, can keep their records, and they can also make them accessible to the public, for the public interest. So we have seen some of the line ministries, for instance, coming up with websites over the years and try to use those websites to inform the public, to publish some key information as required by for instance, Article 17 of the Access to Information Act. That is good, and we need to see how that can be taken forward in the near future, because that is one of the best practices that each line ministry need to be keeping their records and also making sure that some of the important information as required by the Act is being made readily available to the public and using the ICTs. Access to information is also important for democracy. The right of access to information is an invaluable component of democracy, as it goes a long way in facilitating participation in public affairs. It is a foundational requirement of the practice of democratic governance. It empowers citizens to be well informed about the political processes, to participate in the decision processes on the implementation of laws and policies, and to hold public officials accountable. So, as I was saying, that's why we need to be looking at how to continuously improve on how government bodies are putting the information available, freely available, like the policies, like the laws, like the contractual situations, like the procurement. All those are required by the Access to Information Act. And then when it comes to the political discourse, like elections, like the general issues that the public are interested in, like the budget, like health, education, it's all important that the public is fully informed by the public bodies. So that's why the importance of the ICT tools cannot be overstressed, because those are the means that we can reach the majority of the people. But at the same time, we need, in our context, we need to be looking at the issue of equal access, leaving no one behind, because there is indeed a digital divide, and there is indeed a gender divide, and then there is a divide between the urban and rural. So that is also one of our realities. And then there's a divide in terms of language. Not everybody probably understands English. So we need to be reminded of that dimension as well, and try to broaden access to information by investing in the public and community radios across the country, not just in South Sudan. So SSPC needs to be thinking of how it can reach the whole country, not just Juba, for instance. And then the radio stations in the other location become critical because they are filling the gap of equal access to information. So that's why the FM stations like in Wau, in Malaga, in Yambu, Kwajo become important. I'm just giving those as an example, but it's all the radios around the country. They become extremely important because they bridge that digital, urban, rural, and language barriers and gaps. So we need to bear in mind that issue of equal access. And then I just want to finish by saying we need to work in partnerships, public, private, and all stakeholders, including the journalists, including the people in uniform, to make sure that we are encouraging and creating the environment for access to information for everyone. In a knowledge society, you need information, and information is power to progress in every domain of life. So access to information brings benefits to every sector of our society, and it's an important element for development. And once again, congratulations to South Sudan, because you already have the legal frameworks, and there are steps already taken to implement those legal frameworks. Now it's just an edge for all of us that we need then to make sure that we keep progressing, so that we fill the gaps that may be identified. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.